The film opens with Sammy, the cousin, arriving at a white church. He's disheveled, grief-stricken, holding the neck of his broken guitar. He enters, desperate, and seeks salvation. Then it flashes back nearly 24 hours earlier to Smoke and Stack returning to Mississippi. Twin brothers Elijah, Smoke, and Elias, Stack, Moore return to their hometown after serving in World War I and working for the Chicago outfit. They buy an old sawmill from a white landowner, Hogwood, to convert into a juke joint for the local black community. They begin assembling people to make the juke joint work. Sammy, their cousin, wants to play blues despite his pastor father Jedediah's stern warnings. Delta Slim, a pianist, joins. Grace and Bo Chow, a Chinese shopkeeper couple, help with supplies. Cornbread, a field worker, becomes the bouncer. Annie, Smoke's wife, cooks and is involved in hoodoo practices which she believes protect the brothers. But Smoke has doubts, especially after their infant daughter died. Stack runs into Mary, his white passing ex. She resents him for abandoning her, supposedly for protection reasons. Tension builds between what they hoped for versus the reality of returning home in Jim Crow, Mississippi. The juke joint finally opens. Sammy, Delta Slim, and Perline perform. The community shows up. There's joy, music, hope. Music has a transcendent, almost spiritual function. It summons spirits of past and future, metaphorically, or literally, to the crowd. But the performance also draws attention. Remick and his vampire group notice the music, the gathering. They see an opportunity. Remick offers invitation, money, access to the joint. Smoke is suspicious and refuses. Outside, Mary meets Remick secretly and is turned into a vampire. Back inside, she seduces Stack, bites him fatally, or mortally. Smoke and Sammy discover this betrayal. Smoke shoots Mary, but she escapes, still a vampire. As night continues, vampires start infecting more people. Cornbread is turned. The survival stakes increase. Smoke closes the joint early, hoping to stop the spread. Overnight, supernatural horror intensifies. The survivors realize what they're up against. Annie explains about vampire lore, how to repel or defeat them, what turning implies, etc. This is where rules of supernatural horror get established. They learn killing the leader Remick won't automatically revert those already turned. Also, vampires have a hive mind or collective influence through Remick, but retained personalities. Remick tries to negotiate, offers immortality, promises to leave if Sammy joins him, for his musical talents to summon spirits of lost community. Hogwood, it turns out, is part of the clan and is planning a dawn attack on the juke joint. Remick threatens the Chow's daughter Lisa as leverage. In response, Grace, of Chow's, betrays in a sense, invites vampires into the joint to protect her child. A fight breaks out. Inside the joint, survivors attempt to defend themselves. Many casualties. Grace, Bo, Annie, Delta Slim are killed. Perline turned. Mary escapes. Remick attempts to overpower them. Smoke fights Stack, now a vampire, manages to defeat him. Then Smoke helps Sammy in final showdown with vampires. Dawn arrives. The rising sun incinerates the vampires. Remick is defeated. Smoke kills Hogwood and his men in wake of the dawn and impending clan threat, but Smoke is fatally shot in the process. He dies, and there is a spiritual, emotional reunion with Annie and their daughter. The film jumps ahead decades to 1992. Sammy is now an elderly, successful blues musician. He's performing at his club. Stack, still a vampire, having been spared by Smoke under condition Sammy would live in peace, and Mary appear. They offer Sammy immortality. He declines. He says something like, "Despite being haunted by that night, until the violence, it was the greatest day of my life." Stack reflects that it was the last time they saw Smoke or the sun, and perhaps the only time they felt truly free.